Well,
guys, I have recorded this video. It's 11:11. I'm moving at the right time, at the right pace. Everything is working out in my favor. I believe that. Okay. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Tashara Joy, and I'm normally here or on your screen in some creative capacity. Today and for this channel's future, I will not be doing that. It almost feels weird to say. If you end up liking this video and want more information or more advice like this, definitely send me some love, put a like down there, give me a comment, tell me that I'm doing okay because I need your validation. No, I'm just kidding. I know that this is something that I want to do and feel good about, so I just really want to see what you guys feel about it, if there's any additional information that you would like. And with that, let's get into the video. Number 10 is, and I have it written down, so if I keep looking down, that's what's going on. So your relationships with people reflect how you feel about yourself. I cannot stress this enough. My boundaries always would be a representation of how important I thought my time was, how important I thought my energy was, how important I think my space is. Boundaries are reflections of that, and you can't have boundaries with just yourself. You have to have boundaries with other people. You have to be in that mix, and I can't stress this enough. Yes, when you're healing, and something I even had to learn is like, I'm gonna have to get back out there, and when I get back out there, I can't be extremely like,
they're not healing, so I can't be around them. They're so annoying. Like, go to therapy.
Like, it doesn't work like that, you know? We're in a real world, there's real things happening all the time, and even sometimes I think it reflects on how you feel about even your own traumas and how you're healing. Because I know if I don't have compassion for other people, it's usually because I don't have that compassion for myself. And that was something that I had learned in therapy, that I was giving these high standards or these impossible standards to not only other people that could never fit that, but also me. I could never fit those standards, and perfectionism is going to drive you insane. Okay. Number 9. Sometimes you have to walk alone. The hardest thing that I had to learn, especially moving into my own place, my own space, out of this realm of living with other people or depending on other people, is that I had to be okay with being alone, one, and I had to be okay with walking alone. Sometimes you're going to be the only person in the room who wants to eat a salad. Sometimes you're going to be the only person in the room that has done any type of shadow work. Sometimes you're going to be the only person who says, no, I actually don't want to go out this weekend because I'm not interested in the club anymore. It's a hard thing to do, and I think we have this culture of FOMO, of fear of missing out, and it's just not, it's not that deep, you know? I just, you know, I'm just going to leave that as it is. Number 8, moving your body is essential for good health, mental health, physical health. You have to move your body. Like, there's so many studies that show that depression and you know, your body movement are linked and they're tied together. It's so important because there's so much trauma and pain that is stored in our body from even our energy, but also just pain or injuries that you may have gotten. For example, I got slammed on my back one time, and to this day, if I'm like too stuck in my trauma, I'm too stuck in the bed, I'm not moving my body, I'm not expressing how I feel about certain things, it shows up. I'm like, girl, like, I thought we were over this. And I mostly am, but your body does not lie, okay? Move it. Number 6. Hefe, stop jumping off my couch. Go away. Number 6, gratitude cures anxiety. I always feel the most calm, most grounded after I am present. One, you can't be actually grateful if you're not present. And I think sometimes you have to sit back and really just be aware of where you're at, where you've been, and just how far you've come already. And I think when you're grateful, you're able to get more too. If you're not grateful for what you already have, you're not going to get more, because it's just never going to be enough. I did a lot of work to get here, and I'm happy with the results so far. And there's so much more to come. I'm so grateful for the journey. And just talking to yourself that way, it gives yourself a lot more grace and a lot more compassion, and also just allows the universe to do its thing. Like, you know, you gotta let things run its course. Now I'm saying this, and I'm not saying that I have all this figured out. These are just lessons that I've learned. These are things that if I don't remember them, if I don't use them, I'm constantly reminded of, and I just wanted to share them with you. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to help you. Number 5, if you don't believe that you're worth it, you're not, okay? And that's the saddest part, and I wish it wasn't so blunt like that, but it's true. Like, think about it in a relationship, right? We're gonna say it's a guy's problem, right? We know girls be the problem, okay? We know the girls be the problem too, okay? But say, you know, he doesn't care about himself. He's insecure, he doesn't have his back, he doesn't have good friends around him, he's not growing, he's not evolving, and he believes that he is not good enough to do those things, or he believes that he's not having, or he's not capable of those things. It becomes true, because then he starts treating you as if he's insecure, as if he doesn't have his shit together, as if he doesn't have, you know, foresight to what could be, you know, or capability. So it becomes true. Whatever you tell yourself, it becomes true. If you are the most magical, perfect, beautiful, and aligned human being, you tell yourself that over and over again, you become that. And I know this because this is what I've been doing, girl. This is what I've been doing. And I feel like every time people look at me, they're like, why are you changing? They don't even ask, but they're like, oh, you look so good, you're glowing. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna keep changing until I feel like I'm doing the right thing. And right now I feel like I'm the most aligned in my life, because I've been telling myself that I am the most aligned in my life, and I'm also moving in that. You know what I'm saying? So number 4, my pain was necessary for my development. I hate saying it. At one point I hate saying it, but now it's just like, it is empowering. It is like,
I can do anything. And
I'm saying, because I've been through hard shit. And I feel like if you've been through hard shit, it's like this little bitty stuff, this little inconveniences, minor setbacks are nothing. Because I've had worse, okay? Have you ever been slammed on your back? Huh? Have you ever been grabbed by your hair and dragged down off the stairs? Traumatic, yes. But I have those memories, those painful memories, and I'm able to fuel it, or use it as fuel to this joyful, fulfilling, and happy life. Like, because I know what it's like to be miserable. I know what it's like to be abused. I know what it's like to be hurt and feel forgotten about and abandoned and all these things. But like, my life now doesn't have to be like that, and I can tell the difference clear as day because I had that experience. Number 3, freedom starts in the mind.
You think Harriet Tubman was walking around with a fucking nice shiny fucking dress on with a fucking crown on her head when she was taking slaves to freedom?
It doesn't matter if you're in a job that you hate. It doesn't matter if you are held captive, and that's a really big extreme, but it does happen. But in your mind can be a safe space. It can be a place where you feel not only safe, but joyful, and you know, you can use that. And I think it's just a way of reframing your mind, retraining your mind to knowing that whatever happens out here is just what happens out here. We're never stuck. We always have options, and it may be scary to think of the other options, or to even do the other options, but I think it's so important to know, okay, I am in control of certain aspects. I can control how I feel, what I do, what I say, and how I think. All those things are things I can control. So I'm going to hone in on that control, and I'm going to use it to my best ability, and that is freedom. Number 2, I don't want to control everything. And the thing is, like, there was this one time where, like, I first started, like, my healing journey, and I honestly felt like I was looking at the water and I was just sitting there, I was journaling, and I was just like, this is crazy. And it gave me so much peace because I realized that the water that I was looking at, the ocean, the sky, all these animals that are a part of it, all this ecosystem that's happening, although I may have some kind of influence over it, I can't control it. And it's this whole world underneath water that's happening. And then it made me realize, you know what? Everything's gonna be okay. Because yes, I'm doing what I can control, but there's a whole journey or a whole process that's happening outside of me that I can't see, that I can't touch, that I won't have any ability to change, and it's all happening. So why stress about things I can't control when obviously the fish can breathe, the water can do its tide thing and waves, and it flows, it changes, it gets cold, it warms up. Like, it has its own abilities that are beyond me, and I'm just a small portion of the world. I don't need to control everything. I don't want to control everything. I want everything that has control over itself to control itself so that I can just focus on what I can control. And that gives me so much peace. It calms down my anxiety every time. It grounds me. It makes me feel like everything is gonna be okay. And that's one of the best lessons that I've been able to learn literally on my own. That was without therapy, baby. And that was just being aware and present. So imagine what you can learn. And number one, God is in all of us. And I grew up Christian. I grew up with ministers, and girl, I was a praise dancer. Everything. I've always loved God, but I think my idea of God is different now. And I think I won't go into super details. If you want more information, of course, I'll make a video about it, but you gotta comment that. But it's not that deep, right? Like, I think all of us have our own ideas of what God is and this higher being, this universal thing. And I think the biggest thing is just having reverence for that and respect for it. And that's why I don't claim to be any religion, because I full-heartedly believe that it's all connected, and I don't want to be separated from that. I don't want to feel like I need to prove that I'm good enough for it. Sins, heaven and hell just don't make sense to me personally. However, I get it. You know, we all want to organize things in our minds, but the truth is, I believe in every religion that you'll find is that we have a connection between God and ourselves. And I think for me, I think nature. I think of what is happening beyond us, and I think of the fact that we are all a part of that. So that was my 10 lessons so far that I've learned in my healing process so far. If you liked the video, I hope that you like it down there. That sounded really gross. Pause. Just kidding. Otherwise, I will see you guys next video, and I just love you guys so much. I hope that this was, you know, inspiring to you. If you could take some takeaways as well, let me know what you've learned so far in your healing process. I would love to gain some insight and see what you guys are thinking. Otherwise, I see you next time. Bye.